Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's webinar. My name is Anders Odevik. I work here at Mac Plus in Stockholm, Sweden. In the chat with us today we have Erik Agrell, which is one of our Android developers, and he will be happy to answer your questions throughout this webinar. This week we're going to talk about what you need to know in order to build your first Android smartphone app with Mac Plus in the Mac Plus Publish web interface. This process is very similar to the Android tablet building process, so if you saw that webinar you will notice that a lot of things are the same in this webinar. Okay, before we start, let's start out with some Mac Plus basics. As you probably know, the Mac Plus process is that you first start creating your verticals in InDesign. These verticals are then exported to the production tool, where you will be able to bundle these verticals into what we refer to as a MIB file, M-I-B file. This MIB file now contains your issue. The next step is then to actually build your own app and publish your MIB/issue in it. So this is when you start to use Mac Plus Publish. If you want to get the full recap on the Mac Plus process and some other Mac Plus basics, I recommend checking out the webinar called iPad Apps for Dummies that you can find at macplus.com/videos, and if you just click on webinars there you will be able to find it. Okay, so with Mac Plus Publish you will be able to build a regular app such as this one, my first app. You can see the logo here, and this app contains a library or a store if you have published paid issues in it. As you can see here from this example, it just contains a sample issue. The way the app works is that these issues that you can see in the library, is just one in this one, are actually located on a server, and when a user decides to download an issue, it will contact that server and the issue will start downloading. When you upload your MIB file to Mac Plus Publish, it will automatically be uploaded to our server, but you can also choose to host from your own server, of course. Yeah, that's sort of the basics of the app. So let's jump into Publish. Or actually, now I'm going to go through the whole building process, and so you can find all these steps I'm going to do here. You can find it in a tutorial here at support.macplus.com, and if you scroll down you will be able to find, make sure that you logged in first with your credentials. It's going to be an orange button here for you to log in, and then you will be able to scroll down. You will find building your Mac Plus apps, and underneath that you will find build your Android app tutorials. So just go and click that. Today I'm probably just going to do the build an Android app with only 3 issues, this one, and now it opens the tutorial that I need to follow. And the first step here, it says, is to contact sales@macplus.com in order to activate your Publish account if you haven't done that. And the next step is step 2, is to set up your Android Market developer account. Okay, so this is how it will work, is that you will work with 2 portals when setting up your app. You will work with Mac Plus Publish and the Android developer portal. When you have finished your build in Mac Plus Publish, you will upload your app to the Android developer portal, which is where you also provide all the information regarding the app that will be seen on Google Play. This means that the description of the app, the pricing of the app, if you do want that. So just to get started, before you start, go to and set up your Android developer account. There's a link here that you will be able to follow. It only takes a few minutes, and I believe the sign-up fee is only $25. When you've done this, you can start by going into Mac Plus Publish. So minimize this one. And here I already have Mac Plus Publish up. The first thing you'll see when you log in will be your issues that you have uploaded. I've only uploaded one issue here, as you can see, but we're not going to talk about this right now. We're just going to go to apps instead. So first off, we don't want to build an iOS app today, we want to build an Android app. So the first thing you need to decide here is that what you want to build for. And in our case, we're building for Android smartphone. You can choose to only build. You can also choose to only build for Android tablet or a universal app, which means that this app will work on both tablets and smartphones, and you will also be able to select where the issues that you're publishing are going to be seen, in which app they're going to be seen. Next thing, we need to do our Google Play settings. Here it's asking us for our Google Play public key. You will be able to find your public key in your Android developer portal when you have set it up. Just log in, and then up in the top left corner you will find a button called Edit Profile, and there you will be able to find it. Just copy and paste the public key in here and save. What the public key does is that it allows you to do in-app billing inside the app. Save this one. And the next thing we need to look at will be our help menu. So all apps need to have a help menu when you create them. A help menu, I mean sort of a navigation instruction, how you actually use this app. And it usually only contains one vertical and just the regular function of the app. Sort of bring up the menu by doing a long press and find your issues and the libraries, etc., etc. So you upload your help mib file here. As you can see, I've done that already. So I don't need to upload a new one. The next one is applications text. This is all the text that is going to be seen inside the app. Here you will be able to change the text that is seen inside the app. As you can see, there's a lot of things that you can actually change. And you can also change the name of the library and the store, etc. The last thing we want to check on this page will be the build settings, which is where we're also going to make the most settings for the app. And first, here's asking us for a Keystore Password and key alias, and the key alias password. So the Keystore file, it's a file that you use to tell the Android developer portal who's actually distributing this app using. So if we go here to the step-by-step, you will be able to find here at step 3, create your Keystore file. And here are all the instructions that you need. Basically, what you do is that you open the terminal. I'm not going to walk through all these steps with you right now, but what you do is open the terminal that you will be able. I'm on a Mac now. We have instructions down here on how to do it on a PC, but on a Mac, you will just go down, scroll down to utilities under your applications, and in here you will be able to find the terminal. And basically what you do is that you enter CD and space, and then you, for example, let's say I want to create the Keystore file in this folder that I have here. So I'll just drag it in here, and then you'll see that I'm getting the path to this folder. Here. So now I'm standing, so to speak, in this folder, and if I would create the Keystore file, it would end up in this folder. And the next thing I'll do is that I'll copy this text block here and just change the key alias here to something that you would like as your own. And you can just follow all these instructions here. I'm not going to do this as it's pretty boring to watch, but it's easy to do, and then you will be able to upload this Keystore file later on here in Publish. Here, under Build Settings. So when you set up your Keystore file, you will enter the key alias and the Keystore password and key alias password. As you can see here in my example, I've had the same password for both the Keystore and the key alias. And when you put it all in, you will be able to upload your Keystore file right here. And underneath all this information regarding the Keystore file, you will be able to enter your package name. And it's very important that the package name, as it says here in the description, that it's unique, and it should only consist of minimum 2 parts divided by a dot, like this, macplus.anders.android. And each part may contain uppercase or lowercase letters and underscores. And it's important that no part starts with numbers. For example, if I would enter macplus Anders 2012 Android, that wouldn't work because I'm not allowed to have 2012 in my package name for the Google developer portal. The next thing I need to fill in would be the version number. And I've entered, because this is my first version of the smartphone app, so I just enter 1.0.0 for this one. And the next version would probably be 2.0, or maybe if it's just a small update, you can call it 1.5 or 1.2, or whatever you like. It's the Keystore file. Here it's asking me if I do want to store enable. If I'm going to publish paid issues inside the app, I would like to have a store. If I would only like to publish free issues inside the app, I would disable the store, of course, because there are 2 different menu options. Then you have the live menu, live window enabled, and this is sort of a menu item that you will be able to find inside the app. Let's see if I have a screenshot of it here. It's not included in that screenshot. You can't see it in these screenshots that I have here. I wasn't able to get the Android simulator working for this one, so sorry for that. Anyway, it's a menu option, and it lets you link to your own web page from inside the app. And then at last we have the icon image file. This is the icon that will be seen when the user has downloaded your app. And then we also have the action bar logo image file. This will be the logo that will be seen in the menu bar at the very top. I'll show you later when we have finished this build how it looks. So I'm just going to save here. All of this is done. So when I've finished all these steps, I'm just going to click Generate New Build. Like that. And regarding the live window that I was talking about before, I'm sorry, it's not part of the menu on the screen. The live menu option is brought up when you click the option button on your Android smartphone. I'm sure Eric will be able to explain this even better in the chat if you don't understand what I mean. And let's go here and see. So now it generated a new build. You can see that it started to build, and it was started by me. And while we're waiting for the build to finish, I can go in here. Oh, I started another build. Sorry about that. Now I'll go in here to Live Settings, and I click on Applications Options. And it's not really much that we have to care about right here. The only thing we have to look at would be the live URL. This is the live menu item that I was talking about before. So this is the URL to where you want this menu item to go. And I've chosen magplus.com for this one. And then also you can enable sharing for the app. And this lets you share to Twitter, email, etc. And underneath that you can see that we have a sharing URL. This is the URL that is embedded with the sharing message for this app. If you oh, I'm sorry, the sharing is only for iPad only at this stage. We are updating the app. It will soon be available in the Android app. Sorry about the misunderstanding. And I don't think that the Android build has finished yet, so we might as well talk about the issues. I was mentioning before that you can have an app where you can publish several different MIB files in, and you will be able to select how these MIB files are going to be distributed between the devices. So, for example, I have this sample issue here, and I'm just going to click on it. And in here, I will be able to see all the MIB files that are uploaded for this issue. And as you can see, I've uploaded issues for iPad and iPad Retina and iPhone. This is because I've built different versions of this app, and the issues I'm publishing here are also going to be available on iPad and iPhone if I choose it to. And I've also uploaded an Android smartphone MIB, which is 1184 times 720, and we do have templates for this. One thing that is good to know is that you don't actually need an Android smartphone MIB in order to publish it to Android, because if you do have an iPhone MIB, for example, you will be able to, if you select to distribute to a smartphone and you haven't uploaded an Android smartphone MIB, the iPhone MIB will be used for Android smartphone as well. The MIB will be letterboxed in Android smartphones, but it looks pretty good. So we think that if you do have an iPhone MIB ready, you should actually just build an Android app as well and distribute to Android, because that covers, I think it's 80% of the smartphone market at the moment. So it's a good coverage for smartphones. Let's see here. Here I also uploaded my image that I want to be seen inside the library of the app. And here, if I click on the edit button, I'm able to edit the title and the description. And here is also where I choose where I want to distribute my MIB files. As you can see here, I've chosen to distribute on iPad. I'm actually going to click here to distribute on iPhone as well, and distribute on Android, and it distribute on Android smartphone. So all these devices are covered with this issue. But there are different versions, different templates has been used, so they look good on each device. There's no letterboxing. Let's see here. We can go back and check whether or not our build is finished. Let's click on Android here. Yes, here we have our latest build. And to test this build, just either download it to your computer and send it in an email to your Android device, or you just can go here on your smartphone and just log in to publish on your smartphone, and then you will be able to go here under apps and click Android, and you will be able to download the APK file right here, which is the app file, and it will ask you if you want to install the app. And then inside the app you can test it and see that everything works as expected. So in this example, we had the logo file that we have here, and we also have the sample issue that I put in, that I've published. And as you can see, it does have the scrubber as in the regular version, and also can say more about this. And the colors here are decided by the Android settings on your smartphone. So when you're happy with your app, and you can just rebuild and make changes maybe to the logo, etc., the icon. But when you're happy with the APK file, just go to your Android developer account and then click Create New App, and then it will ask you for the APK. So upload your latest APK. Then you will be able to select what countries to distribute the app in, and then you will enter the description. After this it is all set up, you will be able to create the in-app product for your paid issues. So what you do is that you simply click on your app in the Android developer portal and then click create in-app product. There you will be able to set the price for the issue and also the ID. This is also the ID that you will enter here in Publish to connect to your app. This is all described in the Build Your Android App tutorials, as you can find here, support.macplus.com. When you're done, just publish your app. Just click Publish inside the Android developer portal, and the app will be available on Google Play immediately. There is no reviewal process. Actually, I think that is all for today. If you have any questions, Eric and I will stay in the chat for a while. And if you have come up with any questions after this, just go to support.macplus.com, and in there, in the forum, you will be able to ask questions, and we will do our best to help you out. I hope you enjoyed this webinar, and that I'll see you at the next one. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.